up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. Hope you're having a wonderful day. My name is Tech Troy, and today I'm actually going to be showing you guys how to edit videos on your mobile device using this application called Kinemaster. Now, Kinemaster is both available for iOS and Android devices on the App Store, so it is completely free to download. So well, I'll have them linked down in the description, and once you have them downloaded, it should look like this. Now if you want to, first, without further ado, let's actually begin. Now, to edit your videos, I'm actually using an Android device right here. To edit your videos here, you click on this red button right here and click on empty project. Okay, and this is actually how it should look like. Now, to me, this is actually more like a mini version of Sony Vegas Pro, and it's really good. Now, to import media, you go to this media button, which is on the top here, and then click on, first things first, we're gonna click on our our intro video, which is this one, and then we're gonna select the footage that we're gonna be using. My footage should be around here. Let's see. Okay, here. My footage should be around here. And then lastly, we're gonna import my outro, which is right here. And once you're done importing the intro and outro, it should look like this. So we have the intro, which is right here. We have the footage, which is actually my game footage of Dead Cells. And then lastly, we should have the outro, which is right here. Now as you can see, once I play the intro, okay, as you can see, if you don't have an intro, I will make a video on how to download an intro for YouTube, and how to edit and create, how to actually change the text of the intro. I will make a video, so you just stay tuned for that. Now, as you can see right here on the intro, and when we jumped, it sort of like jumps next to this gameplay footage, which is fine, but I want to edit this and make it sort of like a fade. I want to add like a fade. So what you gotta do here is click on this white button right here, and then go to classic transitions. You can use any transitions that you want, guys, but I personally like to use the classic ones. And my favorite out of all the three on the classic transitions is the crossfade, which is right here. And for the timing, I recommend starting from a minute to from 1 second to 2 tops. It depends on what you want. You can increase how much of the delay you want, but I think for this video, for this transition, I'm just gonna leave it at 2 seconds. So we're gonna click done, and now once you look at it, once we play it once more time, as you can see, it actually faded between the intro and the game footage. Now we're gonna do the same thing here, and on the end, from the footage to the outro, so that it makes more like a fade rather than just jumping from one next to a video, so that it won't basically look like this. As you can see, now we're gonna add like a fade to this as well. And as I said before, you click on the middle part and then click on classic transitions, crossfade. You select the timing that you want. On the outro, actually, I'm sorry, on the outro, I really prefer maybe using it on 1.5 seconds, and then done. As we go ahead and play our video, and as you can see, the crossfade has been added. Now, as you can see right here, this outro doesn't have an audio, or it doesn't have an audio background. So we're gonna add one audio background, and we're gonna put it somewhere where the fade kind of starts, so that it may actually record it. So we're gonna try and put it where the air fade sort of starts. So I'm gonna say starting from here. That's where we're gonna start and add our music. So we'll go to our audio here. I want to show you. You're gonna go to this audio section right here, and then we're gonna select our song. For me, I do know one song that I want to put, which is from Tobu, which is called Roots. Also, we're gonna find the letter R here. As you can see, this one, Roots, from which is 3.9 seconds. So we're just gonna use this as an intro. So if you want to add audio into your timeline, you just click on this plus button, which is right here, and then as you can see at the bottom here, it's been added. Now I'm gonna find to drag any timeline that you want, to drag any audio or video according to the timeline. You just press and hold and then drag. As you can see, just by pressing and holding, you'll be dragging the timeline. Not the timeline, the music or the video. So just like so. So I'm just gonna put it where the fade starts, and then I'm gonna drag it like so. And as you can see, sort of like this. Now to cut, sort of like if you want to cut any if you want to cut any footage or any audio, what you're gonna do, if you want to cut the audio, let's just say you want to cut the audio because you don't want it to interfere with any other footage, you're gonna click on the audio and then go to the scissors, which is at the bottom here, and then so we're gonna trim it to the left. We're gonna trim it starting from here. We're gonna remove the left side of the audio. You can, if you want to remove the left side of the audio, you're gonna click on trim to the left playhead. If you want to remove to the right side, you're gonna say trim to the right. So we're gonna remove the left, which is right here. And as you can see, the timeline from the left, the audio timeline has been trimmed from starting, which was at this red marker right here, all the way to the left, and there's nothing. Now once you're done, as you can see, when you click on when we press our play button right here, as you can see, we added our audio to the background of the outro. So actually, there's one more thing that we need to do. Now if you want, this is basically optional if you want to put it, but I personally like to put like a like and a subscribe icons onto my gaming footage. So as you can see right here, if you want to add like images of a like and the subscribe button, what you're gonna need to do is click on this layer. You're gonna click on media. you're gonna click on your photos or where you posted, where you saved all your props or icons. So I'm just gonna click on this like first, and then you're gonna resize it and position it to wherever you want to put the like button. So I'm just gonna, I think here is gonna be good enough. And then also what I like to do is put to put some effects, some animation and effects. So for example, I'm just gonna put this fade effect so that when it starts as you can see right there at the top right corner here, it says in animation, and if we put fade, it will fade in to show us the like button. And then once you're done, you click on the back button, and then you go into this section right here, and you also add a out animation right here, and we're going to click on fade so that once we add those two, it's sort of going to look like this. Now we're going to play a footage. It's going to look like this. That's actually how you edit it. That's actually how you add animation. So we're gonna do the same thing right here, and we're gonna do the same thing here, and then we're gonna put a subscribe button on this timeline. We're gonna put another image. We're gonna put a subscribe button this time, and we're gonna readjust it like so. We're gonna put it maybe here. First, we're gonna make sure it's aligned. Okay. We're going to put the subscribe button right here. We're gonna, as before, we're gonna do the same thing with the animation. We're gonna put on fade in animation, which is fade, and then we're just gonna use the fade in fade animation, and for the out fade animation, we're gonna be using the same fade. So for out animation, you're gonna use fade, and you can change the distance and the timing to whatever you want. And I'm gonna leave it at 1 second and click on done. Now what you're gonna have to do, what you're gonna watch here is you're gonna once we play this footage, as you can see right here, and it's done. Now and that's actually it. That's how you basically edit your video. So as you can see, one more time, we got our intro here, and we added a fade, and then it fades into the gaming footage. And then once we go to the end here, we can start here. As you can see, it puts in all our props and fades out, adds the crossfade and the audio to our intro. And that's how you do it. Once you're done editing, you're gonna click on this share button right here, and then it depends on what recording how you recorded your video. If you recorded it in 1080p, you set it on 1080p. If you recorded it on 720p, you render it at 720p. So, and 30 frames per second. You're gonna, unfortunately for Android, with this version anyway, I can only render it at 30 frames per second. I can't render it at 60 frames per second. So, and as for the bit rate here, I highly recommend, if you're recording it, I will leave a image description of the chart that that is actually highly recommended of what you want to do, of actually how you want to the recommended bitrate that is appropriate for the certain resolution. I will leave an image onto the screen, and they say 720p you start at 5 bits, which is actually reasonable rather than anything else. And then once you're done setting all your settings of the resolution that you want to render at the frame rate and also the bit rate, you just click on export right here and you're basically done. So yeah, guys, that's it. That's how you edit your videos using your Android device. I hope you actually enjoyed this video. If you did, please make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, comment down below what you think about the video, and also take care. Bye.